Morning, everybody. It's Mrs. P. Looks like I have a cat on my shoulder, but I don't. This is my cat, Maxine. And she very rarely likes to show herself. She's actually very shy. And so my grandchildren have not even seen Maxine when they come to visit. They only see her when I FaceTime. Today I'm going to read you a story called Night Noises from Mem Fox. And in this story, there is a character named Lily Laceby, right there. And she has a pet dog called Butch Aggie. And Lily Laceby is almost 90, or so we think. She lives in a cottage with her dog. And one wild winter evening, she snuggles down by the fire and she falls asleep. And as she sleeps, she begins to dream. And she dreams about a time when she was younger. So she's going back in her memory. Kind of reminds me of the story Wilfred Gordon MacDonald Partridge, where the character is asking, what's a memory? Mem Fox uses the same idea of memory in this story. And remember, your job today, as you listen to this story, is to be thinking about which Mem Fox story you have liked the most so far. We're going to read more, but think of Mr. Cook read Harriet, You'll Drive Me Wild, Mrs. Mesack read You Koala Lou, and Mrs. Hanson read Where's Green Sheep. You may or may not like this story. It's organized a little differently, and you'll see that. I'll point it out to you as we read. Night Noises. Lily Laceby lived in an old cottage in the hills. Her hair was as wispy as cobwebs in ceilings. Her bones were as creaky as floorboards at midnight. Her only companion was a fat old dog called Butch Aggie. People who lived nearby said Lily was nearly 90, but they were only guessing. And this is where you can see it's organized a little differently. See how Mem Fox puts like the pictures inside of a box on the page? And here's her dog, Butch Aggie. I think this is like the cover of the book. One wild winter's evening, as Lily Laceby sat by the fire, snug and warm, she drifted off to sleep, and she began to dream. Butch Aggie dozed at her feet. Outside, the clouds raced along the sky, playing hide-and-seek with the moon. Wind and rain rattled at the windows, and trees banged against the roof. Kind of like the storm that we had at my house yesterday evening. Somewhere in the distance, car doors opened and closed softly. Click, clack. Butch Aggie listened, but Lily Laceby kept on dreaming. Here's where you'll start to see those sound words come in. And they go along with the picture over here. Somebody's opening and closing that car door. But you can see that Lily is still sleeping. And over here is where the author shows you what she's dreaming about. So here I think Lily might be dreaming about maybe a time when her husband was not feeling well and she was taking care of him. Feet tiptoed up the garden path. Crunch, crunch. Butch Aggie cocked her head, but Lily Laceby went on dreaming. I wonder whose feet those are. And here she is, still sleeping. Now let's see what she's dreaming about. Looks like when she had a child maybe of her own, she and her husband. Voices whispered in the bushes. Murmur, mutter, shh. Butch Aggie bristled. Do you hear that? But Lily Laceby went on dreaming. Do you know what that word bristled means? I know Mrs. Hanson has her dog Paris. When a dog gets a little bit nervous or scared, the hair on the back of its neck goes up. Look at, what is she dreaming about here? When she was a young woman on her wedding day. Eyes peep through keyholes. Squint, peek, peer. Butch Aggie's throat rumbled. But Lily Laceby went on dreaming. Are you noticing that in her dreams, each one, she gets younger and younger? So here she is, maybe a teenager, maybe a little older, riding a horse. Hands tried to turn doorknobs, twist, test, rattle. Butch Aggie bared her teeth. But Lily Laceby went on dreaming. Who do you think is at the door? And she is not hearing a thing. There she is. Maybe looks like she's got like a school uniform on. So maybe when she was in grammar school or elementary school. Knuckles drummed on door frames. Nick, knack, knock. Butch Aggie leaped up, growling. Arr! But Lily Laceby went on dreaming. Looks like she's enjoying her dream, though. She's smiling. Oh, and here she is as a young girl on a swing. So she went far back in her memory. Fists beat upon doors and voices shouted at windows, yelled, clatter, bang, bang, bang. Butch Aggie barked and barked. You think that's going to wake her up? That's a lot of people there. Lily Laceby woke up with a start. Who is it? She called. Who is out on a night like this? It's only us. Let us in. Let us in. Well, she looks a little startled there. Who do you think could be on the other side of that door? Creak, crack, went Lily Laceby's knees as she got to her feet. Snick, snack, went the bolts on the door. So I'm thinking she must have known who it was, or she would not have let them in. Although she looks a little frightened there, maybe. I see a foot coming in the door and a hand. And in came, are you ready? Her 2 sons, her 3 daughters, her 14 grandchildren, her 35 great-grandchildren. That's a lot of people. Surprise! Happy birthday! Her great-great-grandchild Emily, aged 4.5, and her 47 friends. Are you really 90? Whispered Emily, aged 4.5. And here's Emily right here talking to her great-great-grandma. What do you think she's going to say? Think about her going back in time, right? Lily Laceby held her hand and smiled. Inside, she whispered, I'm only 4.5, just like you. But don't tell anyone. And that's the end of the story, Night Noises. Now you need to be thinking, did I like this story? What did I like about the story? Maybe you didn't like the story, and you can also tell those reasons too. So I want you to share with your family today, that's your job. Talk about the story Night Noises. And you can also talk about the other stories that you read as well, and maybe compare them. What's something that was different about this book? What's something that you might have enjoyed? We will read some more stories to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.